Hi, we are going to take a quick look at the super soft fleece range that we have here at Empress. This is just a small selection of the designs available. We will be discussing the properties of the super soft fleeces in particular, and also chatting about the variety of designs and of course the projects that you can make with these wonderfully warm and gorgeously soft fleeces. Hi, it's Charles at Empress Mills, and today we are taking a closer look at the wonderful super soft fleece range that we have here at Empress. This is just a small selection of the designs that we have in the range. I think we've got something like 100 or 150 different prints on the website in this collection, and I do add each and every new design in super soft that I see, so it is an ever expanding collection with lots of new options. So do always check back to see if there's anything fresh, because as I say, we are always adding. We have really struggled to choose the range to pop in front of us. It's always difficult when we've got to limit such a big range to the table. And with that in mind, me and Nat were chatting just before we press record on this video, and we thought we would try for the first time. So we'll see how this works. Actually, we thought we'd try and show you in the warehouse. So yes, let's just go and take a quick peek at where we store just some more of the designs that we have in front of us now. Yes, so here we are, just to give you a little taste of the quantity of super soft designs that we have available. This is the super soft aisle, sounds very grand, doesn't it, that we have in the main cutting area here at Empress. Just again, to give you a little bit of an idea, all of these bolts are here just for the ladies and gents in our cutting and packing team to work from when you're picking, when you're ordering smaller meterages and things. But we do have more stock downstairs on rolls, so if you do want larger quantities, we can of course sort that out. But yes, we'll get back more into the designs when we're back in the studio. But there's everything from hearts through to camouflages. We've got Christmas designs, absolutely all sorts, and of course, right down at this end, a plains range too, so there's lots of different plains if you just want to go down that sort of classic plains route with your projects. So I hope that gave you a nice feel for the range of designs that we have available here at Empress, and also the quantities we've got in stock. So if you're making a small project through to a larger one, we can indeed support you with that. So onto the fleece itself, onto the properties that make it a popular fleece. It's one of the three favourites here at Empress, is super soft, with our classic anti-pill and soft shells being the other two real favourites. Super soft fleece does exactly what it says on the tin. It is gorgeously soft and nice and warm, nice and cosy and warm, but it really is one of those fabrics that you can't resist stroking it as you're going past it. It's just one of those things. It's absolutely beautiful. It's almost got a velvety softness to it, and all of them do feature a light pile. And just to show you that, it's one of the reasons why we've chosen this design in particular, because you can really see it on this. Just take a peek at that. You can really see the difference as you swipe the pile in one direction or the other. So it's up to you at which way you have it. The design works either way, but hopefully that just gives you a feel for the depth of the pile. It's not something that your fingers are going to get lost in, nothing like that. It just gives you that extra touch of softness and cozy warmth almost with the fleece. Often with super softs, it's a question that we get emailed a lot, and I've mentioned it in a video in the past. One of the things that you do see, particularly with some cheaper options, which we don't stock here at Empress, you can find cheaper options on the market. I'm not saying you can't. Ours are quality and they're a reasonable price. We talk about good value rather than being cheap, and we think that's where we always sort of aim all of our fabrics in fact. And the difference being, this fleece doesn't shed. When you first cut it, you do get some fluff. That's a natural thing, you can't help it. But once that first bit of fluff has gone from the fabric, it is absolutely fluff free. So you can have this, I mean, we've got this exact fleece will be coming at Christmas, but we've got this exact type of fleece on our sofa at home, and we don't have fluff anywhere. Honestly, it's absolutely fine once it's been cut and once you've got rid of the first dab of fluff, and that is a true sign of a quality super soft. There's no fluffing or movement in the pile itself. In terms of care, it is absolutely fantastically easy care. You can throw it in the washing machine, it washes quickly, it dries easily, it won't damage if you wash it loads, so it is perfect for children's projects and pet projects alike, because you are not going to be damaging it if you're frequently washing it, frequently having to care for it. And it doesn't stain, particularly if you spill anything on it. It should be fine. Obviously the cream ones with a red wine, for example, maybe, but just in general, it is Really, really easy care. Going back to the designs themselves, there is an absolute spread. You saw upstairs a moment ago in our warehouse, so you've got a rough feel for the quantity of designs, let's call it. But in terms of the prints themselves, that's why we've selected this range in front, because it gives you a real good feel. We've got the true novelties, and obviously this sort of Christmas feel, with this has got a nice unicorn on it, through to ones that will be more suitable. I mean, that's sort of very sort of childish, childlike, let's call it. But we've got through to these ones, again, novelty, but quite funky, wouldn't look out of place in a dressing gown on a grown-up. Neither would a unicorn, in fairness, but you know what I mean. It will be absolutely fine from that point of view. And then we've also got things like this one that features the lemon, which we've actually got cut here. Let me just show you in a little bit more detail. We've got this one that features a lemon, which again, moving more onto the sophisticated front, just moving away from that pure novelty feel. And it's just absolutely lovely. It would be perfect, for example, in a conservatory or something like that. And when I say in a conservatory, it's perfect for a throne. That moves us nicely onto some of the projects, in fact. From a project point of view, you can, I mentioned pets earlier, so it's lovely for a pet coat, dog beds, anything on those sort of lines, through to throws. That's what we use it for at our house, but absolutely fantastic for dressing gowns. And again, that goes back to it being easy care. If it gets wet, it's going to dry nice and quickly. So it's wonderful for that. Jumping around a little bit in this video, actually, to go just quickly nip back to the designs, there is both single-sided and double-sided designs available. So this is one of the doubles, and when we talk about doubles, it's not always, the picture on the website will show you this, it doesn't always mean that it's double in terms of there is a design on both sides, but it's just that the backing is a perfect quality, so it doesn't look like the back of a fabric. This is just as perfect quality plain as you would find on one of the true plains in this range. And that's the sort of difference. So if we go on to, in fact, the Christmas one, yes, the Christmas one is a brilliant example of this. So that's the right side of the Christmas one. And if we switch over to the back, this is single-sided, and you can tell because the back is truly just the standard back of a fabric. It's got that back of fabric feel to it. So that's what we mean by double-sided. It can be plain, but then there are lots that we've got, and again, all the pictures on the website where there is actually a design. Obviously it corresponds to the front. There is actually a design on the back of the fabric also. So yes, just something else to keep a peek out for. Overall though, it is 60 inches wide, which is 150 centimetres. And I think other than that, I've mentioned all the details that should be important. If you've got any questions at all, please do get in touch. We will be delighted to answer them. We do our best to stock a huge range of fleece. We've got one of the largest selections in the UK and Europe available here at Empress, and we've got huge stock levels. You've already seen some of it in the warehouse, and I mentioned earlier that was only a small selection of what we've actually got. We've got more meterage, not more designs than what you saw previously, but we've got far more meterage in our bulk storage. So lots and lots available. Any questions at all on this, other fleeces, or indeed anything across the range, please do get in touch and we will be delighted to help. Yes, and it just leaves me to say thank you very much indeed for watching, and of course we hope to see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.